Willie D live.
Donald Trump, your president. That dude. Oh man, that dude right there. He just don't know how to get out of his own way. Donald Trump has to be the most uncouth president in the history of civilization. I'm not even talking about just in America. I'm talking about civilization. He has to be the most uncouth leader in the history of civilization. Talk about no class at all. This dude has no class. Check this dude out.
Let me tell you, black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We did great. Thank you. I like this guy. Let me tell you, black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We did great. Thank you. I like this guy. Let me tell you, black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, let me say this, man. First and foremost, he didn't get the biggest vote from black people. He lied. Another lie. That's number one. He did not get the biggest vote from black folks. What's this thing about his thing about black people know a scam? You know, what's that about? So this is what he said during various rallies, not just one. He said this during various rallies. He said, black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. They know it's scam. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. So check this out. But let me just say that you damn sure, Skippy, we do know a scam when we see one. We do know what it's like to be scammed. I mean, we got scammed out of our history. Yeah, so we know what it's like to be scammed. We got scammed out of our names. We got scammed out of our language. We got scammed out of our bloodline. We got scammed out of our land. And even when we came over here, we got scammed out of the land that was promised to us. Yeah, we got scammed out of our futures. We got scammed out of generations. We got scammed out of life. Think about all of the soldiers that have fought for this country, who put their lives on the line, who got scammed. Say, man, go over here, we're gonna fight for the country, we're gonna feed everything, we're gonna come back, and everything gonna be better. I'm gonna be treated equal. I'm gonna finally be able to walk the streets and not have to worry about anything. Did you know that they hung soldiers? Did you know that? They hung military vets, black veterans. Did you know thousands of black veterans have been lynched? Did you know that? Oh, they got scammed. I think that would qualify as being scammed. Now, I could tell you what Trump was probably thinking when he said scammed. He probably was thinking about black folks being familiar with criminality. Yeah, he probably was thinking along those lines. Not really, but even saying that is off because we know who the biggest scammers are. We know that for a fact. We know that for a fact. He should have used himself as an example. That would have been even more accurate because he's one of the biggest scams that has ever existed in American history. And he's still working, but he can only work on the slow pokes. So when you talk about black folks being scammed, that is some truth to that. You got to hesitate when you use the word truth and Trump name in the same sentence because, hey, you know, You know how that go. But yeah, scam, yeah. And this is why critics and policy experts view his stance as problematic. Despite touting record low black unemployment rates during his term, which reached their lowest point under the subsequent administration, analysis indicate many of Trump's economic policies, such as tax cuts, disproportionately favored white households. Did you get that? Catch that? Anybody catch that? So his economic policies, such as tax cuts, disproportionately favored white households. Trump's proposed $500 billion platinum plan for Black Americans was criticized for being a short, two-page document lacking detail compared to the Democratic proposals. Critics argue the policy impact has been a bait and switch that threatens the Black middle class. Did y'all catch that? Critics point to a history of controversial actions and statements, including his role in the birthism movement against President Obama, his comments on the Central Park Five, now exonerated, and housing discrimination lawsuits against his father's company in the 1970s. They forget about those little details. Yeah, they always forgetting about those details. I wonder why they forget about those details so often. They just skip right over those details and just start talking about everything but what's currently being talked about. Yeah, they talk about everything but what's currently being talked about. The Trump administration enacted executive orders attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives and attempting to alter the narrative of the American history by removing certain historical context from national park and museum websites. How is it that our history, the little history that they do show Black folks in America, how is that little history now being attacked and being erased? They're actually scrubbing their websites and scrubbing museums of any trail of Black history that they don't want to be promoted. They're not scrubbing these museums for other people's history, just the Blacks. Just the Blacks, as any good scammer would do. You know, you give a person some truth and it's cloaked in lies, ultimately. Why would a president or any prominent dignitary, why would a dignitary make such a statement? This dude, ain't nobody gonna be able to catch up with him in terms of being uncouth and having no class. Nobody will ever catch him. He was already bad in his first term. He already did enough and said enough inflammatory stuff in his first term. That would have been enough right there. This second term, see, this is why you don't allow people like him to get in these type of positions in the first place. All they're gonna do is they're gonna rev it up. And that's exactly what he did. Voting for him a second time around, allowing him to get back in when he's already been in it. He's seen how far he can push the envelope. He's seen how far he could go. And you put him right back in while he's sitting on 34 convictions, and you put him right back in. What is the incentive for him to not break the law? What is the incentive for him to act like he got some damn sense, to talk like a man who has some type of decorum? What is the incentive? There is none.